You are listening to Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu and watching live online at media.neumann.edu via NeuTube. I'm very pleased after months of email tags to finally have in the studio Chrstine Havrilla and members of Gypsy Fuzz.
I've been here before. I've been here before. Though I'm not a fortune teller, I know that something's brewing in your soul. We've been here before. We've been here before. You learn that any situation that keeps the light out's got to be all wrong. You're headed for a situation I know will leave you sore. 'Cause I have seen you, you have seen me on the floor, on our knees and crying out for something more. Second hand, it mesmerizes me. How quickly I reflect on our lives in that endless search for some serenity. Yeah, that endless search to finally feel free. Just like any other journey, uncertainty can kill a gallant girl. And just like any other journey, pilgrim, find your way through the world. 'Cause I have seen you, you have seen me on the floor, second hand, it mesmerizes me. How quickly I reflect on our lives in that endless search for some serenity. Yeah, that endless search to finally feel free. Yeah, that endless search to finally feel free. Yeah, that endless search for some serenity. Yeah, that endless search to finally feel free.
Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz live on Neumann Radio and on NeuTube at media.neumann.edu. Brand new music off of a new album, correct? Well, sort of new.
Sort of new album, the latest album.
The latest album.
The latest album that we are milking.
That you are milking. And
we're still performing off of. And well, yeah, we do stuff from all the albums, but Gypsy Fuzz was the latest project. So,
could you tell us a little bit about the project? Because it's a little bit different from what you've done in the past.
It is. You know, I was always that acoustic singer-songwriter, folk rock, and I still have that in me. But when I was living in Portland, Oregon, I wanted to do something a little different. So that album actually is primarily electric. Of course, this is one of the more acoustic songs from that album. But the whole Gypsy Fuzz concept was this traveling, this journey that we're all on. And the fuzz was a combination of the sounds with organ and the electric guitars and the fuzz in your life when you're trying to figure out, okay, I'm on this journey, what's going to be happening next? So it's kind of this new concept I got. And recorded out there in Portland with a bunch of different people. Back here on the East Coast playing that stuff with people I've worked with in the past. So it's kind of been a nice mix, mosh of the old stuff and the new stuff. So we're doing it all right now.
Can you tell us a little bit about Fortune Teller?
Fortune Teller, yeah, you know, you can't predict life. I mean, we try to lay out things. I feel like, you know, you try to do the best you can to set this way or this path for you, but you really don't know. The things I find out, you feel like you have your gut feeling about are the things that are negative in your life. So this song was primarily about someone seeing, you know, hey, we've seen each other on the floor, we've seen each other messed up, we see this negative stuff in our life, and that's kind of more of a, like, help. You know, we can predict how to get away from that stuff, but it seems like when we're, you know, in it though, sometimes so close you can't see it, but it's kind of where that concept came from.
And then it kind of ties nicely with the whole gypsy thing.
Exactly. See, there is some correlation there. There's thread throughout the album. So
awesome. And where can people find the album?
You can find the album in the back of my car.
Yes.
You can go to iTunes. You can go to ChristineHavrilla.com. You know, you can find music on Spotify, all over the internet, on the web.
Perfect. So what do you have next for us?
I'm going to tune up, and we're going to do a song called Buzzkill, which is also from the Gypsy Fuzz album.
Perfect.
Okay.
So if you want to check it out on iTunes, look for Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz. You can listen on Spotify. If you're on campus, you can come down and wait for her at the back of her car and buy an album from her. I'm sure she'll be fine with that. It's not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. And be sure to stay tuned to Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu throughout the Christmas break, because we are on the air even when we are not here. We're just that good. I think they're ready to go, so here they are.
All right, this is called Buzzkill. In a nutshell, it's a story about a breakup. You have to have one of those in your pocket. You have to have a love song. You got to have a story about a breakup. So this is one about a breakup. Sorry about the buzzkill early Sunday morning. I was out the door so fast. Coffee's in the kitchen, notes upon the table. Darling, we can't make this last. Holler at the window, holler at your mother. Holler 'cause I left you behind. Go and drink that coffee, eat that Sunday paper. Weep a little for me this time. Wait and see, your words are always killing me. Wait and see, I held my breath and fell asleep. Wait and see, your words are always killing me. But I don't have to stand for this, don't have to lose me. Think it is a great time for a holiday now. Me, I need to get away. Clear my heart and head out, live a little without, simplifying sorrow into grace. Holler at the blue sky, holler at the dark night, holler, get it all off my chest. Fall into a place, I love my newfound strength, then take care of all the rest. Wait and see, your words were always killing me.
Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz with Keith Giosa on the keyboards. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, stop. He's blushing over there. He's redder than his keyboard. So for a breakup song, though, and by the way, I love Gretchen on the.
That's Gretchen Shultz. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah. Sorry.
They make me look good.
My ADD kicked in. So wait, look at the kitty. So for a breakup song, pretty upbeat and fun.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a you song.
Yeah.
After a breakup, but it is kind of like this is the way it is. Sometimes people like, you know, they stay and breakups.
They linger
and some people are angry. You know, it's a little bit of everything. It's a fun song to play and it's upbeat. And I feel like it shouldn't be about breakup. It's like, you know, woohoo! I'm breaking up with you. You know.
So it's like an oxymoron.
It is.
Any upcoming dates that you have on the East Coast?
Yeah, you know, after the New Year's kicks in, got some like Philadelphia area shows like the Tin Angel.
Nice.
Brought Up and Bean, which isn't too far from here. The typical.
That's Newtown Square.
Yeah. You know, we
right off 252.
Triumph Brewing Companies, as far as this area, and then I branch out. But ChristineHavrilla.com has the shows list, and also shows when I have full band, like the 6-piece band, or solo, duo, trio. They keep following me, so I let them play when they come to shows. So. Now I do all different types of breakdowns for the venues, so it's kind of fun because it's mixed up.
So it's always different.
Yeah, I mean this is really raw. Like I don't have any foot pedals. I'm not looping. It's like we're just here jamming. And some shows is a little more involved, and I'm an electric guitar, and you always play the red keyboard, though, don't you?
It's the only one I have.
It's the only one you need. It's the only one you need. But you know, so the shows aren't always the same, which is fun for us, and I think from the feedback from fans and audience members, it's like it's different because like we never know what you're gonna do. So I like to keep that.
So the element of surprise is always there.
Exactly, because sometimes we're on stage and we don't even know what we're gonna do. But, you know, spontaneity is pretty good. So.
Keith, for those of you who are not watching and are listening, is shaking his head emphatically. So once we get tuned up, what do we have next?
This next song is actually from an album that came out a couple years back, and it's a tune called Hole in the Ground. It's about lying, and the whole concept of, like, the more you lie, you just kind of get yourself more into a deeper hole. But again, it's a fun song to play, and it sounds upbeat, and it should be, like, happy, but it's about lying. So maybe I'm just trying to, you know, fool people into thinking that they're really, I don't know what it is, but it's not one of those upbeat songs that is about something negative.
Perfect. It's Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz here on Neumann Radio and on NeuTube.
All right, I'll start. Okay. Hey, how about something new? Wait, how about you start now? You're taking vitamins with vodka and crying a little less each day. You finally got the curtains open to let a little light your way. You're finally picking up the phone and talking more about your pain. Uncertainties led to misery until the Bible slipped away. You can't fall further when you're down. Your feet are stuck in the hole in the ground. Life seemed to have dug it a little deeper. Now scared you're scratching all around. You found security with strangers. They can't get too close and it's safe. You tried again to pop the surface to let a little light your way. You can't define a friend or foe. No help from anyone you know. Miseries are left upon the shelf. When you don't want to know yourself, you can't fall further when you're down. Your feet are are stuck in a hole in the ground. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. You've got to pull yourself out. You've got to pull yourself out. You've got to pull yourself out. You can't fall further when you're down. Your feet are stuck in a hole in the ground. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. You can't fall further when you're down. Your feet are stuck in a hole in the ground. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper. Life seemed to have dug in a little deeper.
Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz live on NeuTube and Neumann Radio at media.neumann.edu with Hole in the Ground. I love that tune.
Oh, thank you.
Every one of us on camera, behind the booth, in the booth and on the board are all like jamming.
Nice. Tapping is a good sign.
Tapping is a great sign, and we're getting some text messages in from people watching, and they're loving it. It says that you look great for 10:30 in the morning.
No. Yeah, that was a rough one. I was like, we're filming, and me and Gretchen were like, we have to do our hair. Like radio, usually you just roll in and just like hi.
See, that's because at Neumann Media we are very different. We work together with TV, radio, and print, all one like conglomerate. So we figure let's knock out 3 birds with 1 stone.
I love that. Yeah.
So something that we always do on Neumann Radio and on NeuTube when we have bands in is we ask them to do a cover or two, and you have followed our lead. And
I listened to what you said in the email.
Thank you.
And we were just talking about trying to figure out which one to do, but I think we're going to do the Yeehaw Country one, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, it's the Yeehaw Country one, but you have to wait and find out which one it is. More information on Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz are available at ChristineHavrilla.com. If you would like to book Chrstine, it's booking at ChristineHavrilla.com. And you can buy her album on iTunes. You can get it at live gigs. She's coming up at Triumph Brewery. She'll be at World Cafe Live and many other local places, including Burlap and Bean, which is right around the corner from Neumann, about 15 minutes. So check it all out at ChristineHavrilla.com. Here you go.
Thank you. I'm going to have you just do a commercial for us, and I'm just going to like push play at shows. I'm like, where's that voice coming from? It's like, check out. I love
this is all right off the cuff, baby.
I love spontaneity before 11 o'clock too. Right?
Exactly.
All right. So I'm not even going to say what this is. You'll know.
Will I know?
Yeah, you'll know.
Okay. Fair enough.
I do that sometimes. I'm like, I'll just start a song, and they're like, oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
So.
And scramble. Good.
You can give us more keys up here, because we need to feel it. There it is. it's coming around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom prison, time keeps dragging on, and I hear the whistle blowing on down to San Andreas. When I was just a baby, my mother told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die, and I hear the whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in that fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee, smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming, I know I can't be afraid. And those people keep on moving, that's what's killing me. We need some cowbell in this. Well, if they freed me from this prison, that railroad train was mine. But I'd move a little further, over down the line, far from Folsom prison. That's where I wanna stay. And I let the lonesome whistle blow my blues away. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. And I let the lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Folsom Prison Blues here on Neumann Radio and NeuTube at media.neumann.edu. Wow. That was fun. So, why that one?
I've been a Johnny Cash fan, more so later in life, and that's just a fun song to do, and when you have the band, and people just react to it like that, and it
gives plenty of time for solos, too.
Yeah.
For, jam sessions.
You could do a 27-minute version of it, because everyone can take a solo, too, so it's a fun song,
Johnny an influence on you?
Not so much. Like I said, I kind of discovered him later in life.
I discovered him around the Americas, all the covers that he would put out.
Yeah, no, I was back further. I mean, the story, the old school, what he had been through. But You know, I guess I pulled a little bit from whatever my parents were listening to, so it wasn't as much him, but when I started hearing him, I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And I wasn't really into the country music, I guess if you call that country music. I mean, it's just a song. He's a great songwriter. And I think I went his direction rather than Bob Dylan. I listened to Johnny Cash instead of the Dylan way, so, you know.
Who are some of your musical influences?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Big YouTube fan growing up. 10,000 Maniacs, Sean Colvin, Sheryl Crow. But then I listened to a little bit of everything, like, you know, I was like a late bloomer. I didn't get into the Carole Kings and the songwriters, the old songwriters, until later in life. And again, what my aunts or my dad or friends were playing on the radio, I just kind of sucked like a sponge, like parts from everything I listened to, and kind of, that's why, you know, people say, what kind of music do you do? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I have this term called neo-funkadelic folk pop twang rock, because it's just a little bit of everything.
I think you just used all of your characters on Twitter to put that out.
Exactly, and I think there's no more space left. But you know, it's just, I like to pull from everything. I like to do like some country stuff, and I like to do a ballad, and we can do some heavier stuff. I like to mix it up, so I keep people guessing, I guess.
So you mentioned radio, and I want to real quick hit on this because you are on a college station.
Yes.
How important to artists like you is college radio?
It's really important because, I mean, again, we talked about social media earlier. I mean, everybody can just go find YouTube and find music online. But I think college, there's a sense of community and there's a sense of like support. And if you're being played on the radio, it's like reminding people of who you are. I mean, you have the AAA stations, you have the commercial radio. There's such a different tier. But college radio is great. 'Cause I remember being in college, I worked at the radio station, and I was like hungry for new music. I feel like there's still that essence in this age bracket, in the college scene. Like, what's new, what's going on, let's play it, let's be the first to hear about it and support it. So. And
what won't commercial radio actually take a chance on? You know what I mean? Like that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and it's nice because you don't have to have the package deal, so to say, as far as, you know, look a certain way and you know,
sound a certain
way, or be edited and fixed so much in a certain way. I think you're a little more able to be yourself musically and as a person and as a writer in the indie world, in the college music world. So I think it's very important to be able to share your music as an artist through the college circuit, definitely.
Well, they are the future of the radio industry, so take note, kids. You have time for one or two more?
Yes. Sir, are you good on time? Okay. Let's, let me think. Let's think real quick. What would you like to do? Should we do a slow?
While they get ready, be sure to check out ChristineHavrilla.com and be sure to check out our programming schedule if you are interested in joining up for the coming spring semester at media.neumann.edu. Sign-ups will begin on January 15th when classes begin. Once again, we have Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz on Neumann Radio and on NeuTube live at media.neumann.edu.
All right, we're going to mix it up. We're going to go back and do another old one and bring it down a little.
Okay.
Literally. A little bit. And this is a song called Sing. And it's funny because this song and there's another quieter song that are seriously some of the most requested, two of the most requested tunes. Like people send a Facebook message or an email or something through the website saying, hey, are you going to do that song? And it's nice that people connect to this song. And it's called Sing. And the gist of it is you're only as down as you let yourself be. So if anybody's going through a hard time, we're sending this song out. And that can just be so general. It can mean so many different things. That's what's so nice. It isn't about something really specific in my story. It's just general. So if you're failing your classes, no. Did they?
Boy.
Oh, man. All right, so this is Sing. You can give me a little less guitar in here, too. Just a little less. Beautiful.
I wanna hand you a line. You know you're drowning in your sea.
This life can get so overwhelming, the world can be so mean, but you're only as down as you let yourself be. I know you're trying to move on. I want to help you to succeed. Sometimes a picture perfect world is only a picture to delete, 'cause you're only as down as you let yourself be. Yeah, you're only as down as you let yourself be. I want you to sing. Sing of love, sing of hope, sing because you're not alone. Drowning in your sea. This life can get so overwhelming, the world can be so mean. Yeah, the world can be so mean. Said you're only as down. Said you're only as down. You're only as down. You're only as down. Said you're only as down as you let yourself be. Yeah, you're only as down as you let yourself be. Yeah, you're only as down as you let yourself be. Yeah, you're only as down as you let yourself be. You're only
Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz live on Neumann Radio and on NeuTube at media.neumann.edu. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Our pleasure. And thank you for, we finally got here. Took a few months, but we're here. And it's snowing today. We're still here. So.
Yes, I mean, snow has not put us down all week, so.
Yeah, come back to the East Coast. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have to deal with snow again.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. 4 times already, so.
Well, we really appreciate you being here, and be sure to check out Chrstine as she's on the East Coast. You can visit ChristineHavrilla.com for more information. Like I said, she'll be at the Tin Angel, she'll be at Triumph, she will be at the Burlap and Beam in Newtown Square off of 252, and she'll be at World Cafe Live. Will you be in Philly or Delaware or both?
I have one in Philly and one in Delaware, so just, check out the schedule.
So just check out the website.
Yeah, I kind of float around to all the usual suspects. So.
And you never know what you're going to see when you get to see Chrstine, because she has a whole different setup every single time. So the element of surprise is always there. The new album, the latest album is Chrstine Havrilla and Gypsy Fuzz, and the album's name is Gypsy Fuzz, correct?
Searching, Finding, Living.
Oh, how about that? My notes are wrong.
You have better notes than most people. So.
Well, I did my homework and went to your website.
I know.
This silly thing. Can you take us out with one more?
Yeah, let's think of.
While we get tuned up, if you are a local band and you would like to be a part of Neumann Radio, be a part of our playlist, please feel free to submit a track at radio@neumann.edu. That's the easiest way to do it. Or you can send it to Neumann Radio at 1 Neumann Drive at Aston, Pennsylvania, 19014. And while I get tuned up, I want to give a special thanks to some of our Neumann Media students. We have Brett Spicer on camera, Ashley Creer is back in the control room switching, and our video coordinator, Pat Fay, is here. So I just wanted to give them all a great thank you for coming in and helping on their Christmas break. It's very nice of them.
Yes, thank you everyone for helping today. And coming early, supposedly. We had you come in early.
Yeah, TV time usually starts at 4. We decided let's do this at 10. Because why not?
It's his fault. No.
Normally I would say blame the drummer, but
Yeah.
not the drummer's fault.
I was the first one here.
Yeah, she
We were
was.
having a conversation too about, yesterday I was at a music shop visiting an old friend and he was making jokes about accordion players. I'm like, well, what about drummers? And he said, he started just banging all these jokes out about accordion players and drummers. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know people were still talking about accordion.
Oh, yeah. Like someone broke into his car and instead of taking his accordion, they put 2 more in there. Like,
Oh,
like, wow, you must hate accordions.
that's actually good.
I know. Usually the drummer gets the brunt of,
Or the
or
violinist,
the violin. Actually,
because they burn faster.
He said, if you drop a violin, if you drop a violin and an accordion off the top of the Empire State Building, which one will hit first? He goes, who cares? Oh, it's just brutal.
If you are a violinist or an accordion player, we really apologize.
I love both his instruments.
None of the jokes heard on Neumann Radio or on NeuTube are copywritten material of Neumann Radio or NeuTube, and they do not express the same opinions. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's going. A bunch of them.
Oh, man.
A bunch of them are inappropriate.
I love
At least
all
for
his
radio.
instruments, though.
Luckily, we're still on the internet. Our FM license kicks in next month.
Oh,
Yeah.
censorship.
Beep.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the button.
Like,
Exactly. All right.
all right, this is, thank you again for having us. And this is called Driving Fast and Far Away. And it's also off the Gypsy Fuzz, the latest album. You're driving fast and far away, leaving certain things behind, gonna live some other place where the future could be bright, and you're screaming out for more as the tears roll down your face. Yeah, some miles to chip away at your feelings in the trunk, all your life you had to bring to be sorted somewhere else, and you're losing track of time as you sing with your favorite song. As the 2 familiar places that scaled your heart down and tried to erase it fade away. You're driving fast and far away, heading north, you do not know the road just helps you to escape, and the wind just has to blow and you're speeding up for change as the sun starts to warm your face. As the 2 familiar places that scaled your heart down and tried to erase it fade away. Why can't you see the reflection of the goodness we see in you? Why must you leave without a try? And as you
You're missing out on what I see in you. The two familiar places that scaled your heart down and tried to erase it, as the two familiar faces that scaled your heart down and tried